Hey everybody, I think I'm live. Let me go check. I'll just go check over in my other iPad. Looks good. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for some of you to hop on. Okay, it usually takes about 1 or 2 minutes, so I shall wait. See if anybody comes. I'm hoping Mandy, who was over on my YouTube channel, comes back. She had the wrong time. Looks like she tried to watch me at 5:30, but I'm on at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So anybody there? Hopefully. It's coming. Anybody coming live? Hope so. Hope so soon. Just gonna swipe out of that and turn that and see what I've got going. Hi. Oh, good. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Golf and Mary from Florida. Thanks, you guys, for coming. Right on time. I'm just gonna. Hi, Diane. I'm so glad you made it. Thanks for coming. Okay, and you know what? When things go live in different times, right? So if you're on YouTube, I think it shows you me earlier, and Facebook takes a little bit longer to stream. So I'm just gonna wait 1 more minute and hope you guys are doing well. And thanks for coming. Appreciate it. I'm excited about my card. I'm going to be using the Whimsy and Wonder Suite. Hi, Leona. Oh, welcome, welcome. It's Leona's first time watching me. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. Okay, we're going to get started because other people will start joining us. And Mo. Hi, Mo. Okay, you guys. So let's get started. I'm Alison Sullivan, and I am a independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada, which is just a suburb of Vancouver. So if you're from the US, I'm about half an hour from the border, the Washington state border. So welcome. And today I'm really excited because we're going to be using the Whimsy and Wonder Suite Collection, which when I first got the catalog, I thought, oh, I really like this. And nobody else I knew liked it. They were like, no, 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 not traditional colors, don't like it. And then gradually they were, oh, I like the paper. I like that DSP. Oh, the ribbon's pretty. But no, don't like the suite. And then we all started, well, some of us started making cards and swapping out with each other. And then it was like, oh, yeah, I've got to get that stamp set and dies. So there you go. Oh, hi, Valerie, another newbie. Good morning, Leanne. Hi, Harry. Leanne is my friend in Perth, Australia. So she joins me sometimes on these late night ones. All right, you guys. So shall we get started? Let's get started. Let's go over here. Okay. So here is the Whimsy and Wonder Suite Collection. I wish I could make this bow. I think they cut some of the edges off and then just kind of frayed it and then kind of put it together and tied it together. But I think it looks really cool. So you can see here that we do not really have traditional colors, right? We have pinks and quite light greens and even some blues, but I love it. Yeah, Trisha, you're like some of my friends. They love the paper, but they just could not get over the suite. But anyway, it's growing on me too, or growing on all of us, I guess. But I honestly loved it at first sight. So we've got lots of products that go together. I love when Stampin' Up! Puts things in a collection, don't you? Because it takes the guesswork out of, oh, what goes with that? Oh, what embellishment should I use? And so I really like when they do the collections. So let's look at the products closer up. Going to move that catalog out of the way. So as always, suites usually have a stamp set and a die. So I'm just guys, I'm just going to put this under here because it sort of glares. Actually, maybe if I take it out, it will be better. Let's take these out. That should be better. Yeah. And then I'll just put this under the stamp set. There we go. Okay. So really, really kind of whimsical. They almost remind me of the Grinch, who stole Christmas, don't you think? Hi, Ellie. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, you have to start playing with that set. Hi, Sandy. Yeah, I know, Ellie. We all love that DSP, but I love, 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 love the whole suite. Okay. So we've got these really kind of cute little Dr. Seussy type trees, I call them. And just a really pretty joy, and the ornaments and the words are really lovely. And then you've got these really super cute dies. Now, some of them cut out the images from the stamp set, right? So this one's going to cut out the ornaments. And we've got, what else? We've got the tree. This little tree, we'll cut that tree out. We've got a die that will cut this tree. And we've got a die that will cut this tree. And then we've just got a bunch of other dies and stars and decorations if you want to decorate your tree. Okay, so lots of possibilities with those. Then next up, we have the snowflakes. Now, these are wonderful snowflakes, and there are 24 in here. That's a lot. You can make a lot of Christmas cards with these. And they just pop out. They got the nice little tissue between them so you can get them all kind of muddled up with each other. So aren't these pretty? You just pull them up. They've got like a mother of pearl sheen to them. Okay, there we go. So isn't that pretty? And then, hi, Nancy. And then you've got, see these bits that are left? You can use those for punching out things. There's star dies, use those. There's ornaments, use those. Or any other punch or die that you have that you want to use that pretty mother of pearl iridescent look. Okay. And then we have the gorgeous ribbon. And this is Blushing Bride. And it's got like a frayed edge. You can see that. So it's sort of, I don't know. It's just not as crisp and elegant and traditional. It's sort of hip and chic. I like it. And then we've got the designer series paper. Now it comes in 12 by 12. You get 2 of each sheet, but I only have this little bit left of my favorite sheets. So that's one. And then we've got these. Aren't they pretty? You got a whole, look at this. You got a whole sheet of presents, and this is gorgeous. The ornaments. I think that's gorgeous. And then they've all got this silver embossed look, right? And then on the other side, way more traditional, solid colors that you can use for cards that you want to be not quite as bright and, with the silver. Okay. Yeah, Diane, it is a boho, a chic boho look, right? Or boho chic. Is that what I think that's how it goes. All right. So shall we start our card? I'm excited. Now, the reason I've chosen this suite today is because I'm offering a class to go, but we get together online actually and make our cards together. So the kit ordering is until the 18th of the month, so October 18th. And then our actual class will be November the 20th. So that gives us time to order all the supplies, get them all cut for you, and mail them out. So if you live in Canada and you're either my customer or you don't have a demonstrator that's offering the class, I'd love to have you join us for the morning on the 20th. It's really fun. If you can't come, it's okay because we record it. You can watch it later, so you won't miss anything. Now, the class comes with, let's see here, comes with the DSP. You get 2 sheets of each, cut to 6 by 12, so half a pack. You get some ribbon, and you get the snowflakes, okay? Plus, you get the instructions for the 4 cards for our class and all the goodies and supplies that you need in order to put it together, okay? Bonus this month, if you purchase the collection, so the Whimsy and Wonder collection, so all of these products, there's one code, you can buy them all. If you buy it this month, we're going to send you a PDF with 14 other cards. Okay, so really cool. All right, so let's start with our card. Now, I have gone ahead and embossed this. Now, I want to show you the embossing folders that I used. Just a second, guys. I have put my folders somewhere. Oh, here they are right in front of me. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Wintry 3D embossing folder. I love these because you get the pine bows and you get the snowflakes, and you get both of these folders in one order. It's from the annual catalog. So I went ahead and used the snowflakes because I thought it was kind of fitting for the card. And all I did was I put it like this on my cardstock, and then I went and ran it through. So I got it sort of the edges along the crease here. I ran it through my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the reason I did that beforehand is because I don't bring my big machine to my small table that I'm showing or doing my lives on. Just, it doesn't fit and you can't really see it. So it's just a simple emboss. So go through the machine like this. Now, if you want to emboss the entire front, all you have to do is move your embossing folder over and run it through and just get that extra edge. But I was okay with having just the top part of my card embossed. Okay. I'm just going to make sure that yeah, I think you can kind of see it. Let's lower this. I think we could get this a little bit lower while we're actually stamping. Okay. So hopefully you can see. Can you see that? And I'm just going to move my light a little bit. Okay. All right. So then what I did was I grabbed some smoky slate paper. I thought I would use the going gray, or the basic gray, but it just was a bit too dark. So in keeping with kind of this funky boho chic, pink and gray go really lovely together, right? So I've cut this piece to 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then I've gone ahead and cut the designer series paper to 3 by 4. So it's just going to layer beautifully on top of that. So let's get that glued. My favorite glue is the white glue. You can use whichever one you like. A lot of you like the Stampin' Seal, but I really love my white glue because I can move it around if I don't get it perfectly on there right away. It takes a bit to, there we go. Okay, is that pretty? Just really, and hopefully you can see the silver. Look at that shine, isn't it gorgeous? Okay, so that's gonna be the focal point of our card, but we need some other pieces. So let me bring in my small Stampin' Emboss machine, and let me grab my dies first. So I need the this one here, the true Grinch tree. In my mind, that's a Grinch tree. Okay, so let's raise this up so you can see what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to be using this silver paper. Hope you can see it. It's a bit shiny, isn't it? This comes in a pack with 3 different hues of silver. So it's sort of got a brushed look, like it's like someone took, like aluminum. But I used to have this behind my stove, actually, in my kitchen when I first moved in. My house was built in 1946, and they had this behind the stove. I don't know if it was like a fire retardant or not, but it was aluminum, but then it was brushed. And I think those of you who've been around as long as I have probably know what I mean by that. So it's not completely flat. It's got a bit of a dimension to it. And then the other 2 look like this. So those are the 3 different hues of that silver. Hope you can see that. Okay. Very cool, isn't it? All right. That is available in the July to December mini catalog. So I want to cut this out from my more shiny paper. And let's get my Stampin' Emboss machine. Drop a little bit here. And I use plate number 3 on the bottom. And then I use a clear plate, which isn't so clear anymore, is it? And then I've got my paper cut just big enough for my funny little tree. I'm just going to run that through. I love my mini emboss machine. It cuts and embosses 90% of the things that I like to do. If I'm going to be embossing a large embossing folder or a large piece of paper, then I am going to need the larger machine. But this is the one that sits on my desk. Okay, so I'm going to grab that, move that out of the way, and we can put our die back. Because if you're like me, I lose dies. I have dumped or died in my house so many times looking for a die or a really tiny stamp that I try and put them back. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. And now the paper I showed you earlier has all these presents printed on them, and you can use them as a background sheet with just a simple saying. Wouldn't that be great? But I'm going to cut these out. Hi, Carol from Connecticut. Welcome. I'm just going to cut some of these out. I think I want this pink one. It's tall. And all I'm doing is cutting, I am leaving an edge because you can see that this pine, or the holly leaf comes over the edge. So I want to leave an edge because I don't really want to cut that off. Okay. So really simple, right? This is the easiest fussy cutting you'll ever do. So I like that one. And then I think I like, I guess I like this one. I'll do the green one. Okay. I like to do things in odd numbers, like 1 or 3 or 5. Just like if you're planting bulbs in a garden or flowers in a garden, it always looks nice if you have a odd number, or even embellishments. I like to have just an odd number. Oh, I like this pink one too. I'm going to cut this pink one out. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I really like it. So I might like it better than that tall one. I don't know. Create as I go. Okay. So really simple. Okay. I'm always grateful for all of you for joining me. But I know that a lot of people, it's really late in the evening because obviously I'm on the Pacific coast. So it's not as late for me. So I really appreciate those of you in the Eastern time zone or in Australia who's up early watching me or catching me live. If you miss me, you can watch me on the recording. I think those are nice together. So you got the tall, the green, and the pink. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay. So we've got those 3 pieces done. We've got our tree and we've got our prezzies. So let's move on here. I'm going to move this down just a titch. Now, I've got a piece of positively pink paper, and I want to emboss this. And I've chosen the words love. Oh, may the love of the season warm your home and fill your heart. I think that's so pretty, don't you guys? I mean, that's like, what else can you say, right? So I've got my Versamark. Ink that up. Just a scrap paper here. Okay. And because it's got all these silver highlights in the paper and the DSP, I'm going to use silver embossing powder. And I'm going to just flick that off. There we go. Okay. Always put the lid on, you guys. Now I'm just going to heat set this. Hi, Sandy. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that great? It's just like magic. Was embossing one of the first things that you saw when you'd never stamped before? I think it was one of the first things I saw. I think my sister Mo showed me, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm just going to cut this out by fussy cutting. So what you want to do is you want to move the paper not your scissors. Okay. You get this long, you know, perfectly straight line. You might as well just cut it straight. When you get to the end, you can whoop, and whoop. Leanne, you know what? Leanne's saying I'm so, you know, tidy with my embossing powder. It's just years of practice. Some people like to put it in a big Tupperware, and that's a good idea because then you can dip your piece in and tap it off. And in a lot of ways, that's easier. I don't know. I just use my little pots. Just get used to it. Okay, so just fussy cut that out. Pretty easy. So our elements are all coming together. Yay. Let's grab our piece that we've already glued on. And let's grab some of that gorgeous ribbon. So here is the Blushing Bride ribbon. And snip that off. So what I'm going to do is just lay it down here. I want a piece that's going to go around my piece, but I don't want to waste too much. So I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. And you can use the Stampin' Seal. I just put it on the back like that and then glue it on. But I use Scotch tape just because I don't have my Stampin' Seal here. So I want it about there. Okay. I'm just going to go like that. And like that. Okay. Easy. Oh, Pauline, yeah, that's another thing you can do if you've got embossing powder is if you put a sheet of paper underneath, you can tap it all onto the paper and then put it back. I don't know, sometimes I do that and sometimes I think I've just done it so many times. I think that's why I can do it. Now, I liked this, but I thought, well, I'd like to add as much silver as I can. So I went and grabbed the Simply Elegant trim, and you've got gold and silver in here in one package. So you don't have to buy the silver and the gold. It all comes together. And this is quite a thick cord. Okay, this is sort of something that we would have tied tags on our presents with when I was a kid. So I'm just going to wrap this around a couple of times and then, oh, I don't want to waste all that. Okay, let's start again. I leave everything on my spools. Do you guys do that? And then when you're ready, you can just cut it off and you waste less. Because how many times have you cut something and thought, oh, I don't have enough? Rats. And then you put in a pile for another project. How many of you done that? Hands up. Me, my hands up if I wasn't tying a bow. Okay, so we're just going to do that. Is that pretty? Just together, that whole silver, pink, here we go, gray, it all just goes together beautifully, I think. Now, I should have tied this a little bit tighter, so I'm just going to pull that like that. And hopefully I can tie this. Okay. So just kind of pull it, and tight. Okay, I think that's good. All right. Now I've got my tree. Let's start assembling this. So I've got my tree, and I thought I went through this whole thing of do I put it under the ribbon, over the ribbon? I've decided to put it over, and I'm going to just use my mini dimensionals. These are so cute. If you don't have these, you can buy, you can just cut your regular size dimensionals, cut them in half or quarters. You can actually cut them into 4. But I do like these ones. They do fit. Ooh, they do fit. Ooh, stuck to my finger. They really do stick. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to pop that up on my card front. So remove those backs. If you have a problem removing it, just use your nail and press in. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Anne. Okay. All right. And I think that's the last one, right? Yeah. There we go. All right. Boy, those are sticky today. Okay, so just want this kind of offset here. And I want it to kind of go off the paper. Can you see that? It's off here and off here. Because I want my eye to be drawn out a bit, like towards the edge, not just all crammed in. Okay, now we got our prezzies. Let's put some prezzies on here. I've got the tall one. And then I've got these two. I also cut this pink one and this kind of big one. Nope. I like these. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the large dimensionals. Okay. Oh, thanks all for joining me today. Boy, there's a lot of us today. That's awesome. Okay. And I think I'm going to do this one kind of like that. And then, yeah, I'm going to pop all of this up. Why not? And see how I'm going off the paper? It does kind of give it more. Yeah, there we go. Like that. Oh, this guy needs something underneath here. He's a little, there he needs to be, there. And then remember earlier I did my saying, right? We embossed this. So I'm going to put that on, but I think I can just glue that on. Yeah, I'm just going to glue that. Got a bit dimensional going there. So I'll just use my white glue. And we'll glue that baby on there like that. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's kind of our focal point. Now we can go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back. And then we're going to pop that up onto our card front, which we'd embossed with the snowflakes earlier. So this hardly takes, I really like to keep my videos to about 30 minutes because I want you to show you cards that you can make fairly quickly, right? I like this. What do you guys think? You like that? I think it could use a little more bling though. So I'm going to bring in just rhinestone. Oh, thanks, Carol. I think it's pretty. It's the products though. You know what, you guys, it's the products. They're just so beautiful. Just trying to decide. I was going to put it in the middle of my snowflakes, but since I don't have any snowflakes that are really showing, that's okay. I'm just going to add some bling. Yeah, I'm just going to add something there. There we go. So some bling. Looks good. Okay. So there you go. That's my card. So I'm going to bring this down a titch so you can see it a little bit better. Move all of this stuff out of the way. Can you see that? Lots of silver going on. Like that. Now, I have got some other cards I want to share with you. So that's the card for tonight. And then, oh gosh, about a month ago, I made the shaker card with the Whimsy set. This is just made with one of our clear envelopes, and we've put the sequins in there and then decorated it up. So if you want to go to my YouTube channel, you can see all my videos there that I've done live. You can see them on Facebook. They're just a little bit harder to find. They're under videos, but if you go to YouTube, Stamp Crazy with Allison, you will find them a lot easier. So that's the green one. And then I did a Misty Moonlight one. Oh, my poor little, oh, this guy got, my gosh, he's had a bit of an accident. Needs to go into the surgery. Okay. Funny. Aren't those fun? Like those. And then this was the card that I had actually done for a swap. And that was the starting point for my card today. So this is my swap card. And this was the one that I wanted to make for you guys. So quite similar. And then I'll show you one more. Look at this bright, bright, bright colors. Aren't those gorgeous? Look at that. Now, I don't know if you can see. This is that time-worn type 3D embossing folder. That's part of the Harvest Meadow. So you can mix and match the products, and they look great together. And there's that gorgeous snowflake. Isn't that pretty? I love all the colors, the pinks. So pretty. Okay. So that is my card for today. This is show you my prototype. It's pretty much the same as the one we made. All right, there we go. So let's go back here so I can say hello. So any other, I love the wider border. Yeah. Thanks, Elaine. Oh, you're welcome, Leona. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. So if you guys are on my YouTube channel, you can subscribe. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, so go to YouTube and find me, Stamp Crazy with Alison, and then you hit subscribe. When I go live, you'll get notification. You can watch it from there. A lot of you are watching from my Facebook page, which is also Stamp Crazy with Alison on Facebook. And if you follow me, so you click the follow button, you will get notification that I've gone live. And I go live twice a week. I go live on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I go live on Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And I know you're thinking, but it's Thursday. Well, on the first 2 Thursdays of the month, I go live at 7 p.m. And that's when I showcase a class that I'm doing with my friend Ange McKay. And if you don't live in Canada and you can't purchase the class, there is a PDF version. So if you've got all the supplies and all the products, you can buy the PDF. And that's all included in my link that will be on this video once I save it. Okay, so let's see what else we've got here. Thanks, Golf and Mary. I love your name. Thanks, and I do like the one with the presents. I think it looks a little better just kind of with more stuff, right? You're welcome. Thanks for coming, Diane and Sandy. Thank you. Yes, more bling. Nancy, you need bling. And hi, Anne from Quebec. I didn't see you sneak in there. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much for all your nice comments. Oh, hi, Hazel from BC. Glad you found me. I think I've said hello to everyone. Just say hello to Valerie, I think, because you're a newbie. Yeah. Okay, you guys. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I'll see you again on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Sundays, I do a sketch, which means that I take a sketch drawing of a layout. It's exclusively Border Buddy layouts. So my partner and I in the US have developed the actual sketches. And I'm going to show you how, especially if you've lost your mojo and you think, I don't know what I'm going to do. Starting with a sketch or a layout can really start getting your artistic juices flowing. So I'll see you at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Bye for now and happy stamping.